welcome to this week's Easy Way Q&A video. I'm Marissa from Beautifully Organised. So this week's video is all about planning, specifically planning your week. I've had a number of requests come in asking how I keep track of who does what in the family each week. Do I use a specific tool to write everything down? Do I use an electronic tool to write everything down and keep track? So today I thought I would show you exactly what I do to plan our weeks out and keep track of what everybody is doing when. So I'm just going to go through and show you the tools that I use when I plan out my week. I have 3 pen and paper style ones, which can be quite excessive, but it works really well for me to have things written down in 3 different places. And I also rely on one technology, one on my phone, so I'll talk to you a bit about that in a minute. But the first thing I do is I have a family calendar that goes on my kitchen wall or on the side of one of my cupboards, and this one is from tinymee.com, I think it is. It used to be moo.com.au, and it is gorgeous. I think this one cost me around the $30 mark this year, and what it does, I'm just showing you a month that doesn't have a lot of personal stuff written in it, but what it does is take you through the month, and then you have a column for each person, and the dates go down the side here, and that lets me keep track of exactly who has what on, which is really, really handy. Now, from week to week, this is something that I've been trying for the last few weeks. I've been looking for a planner, a weekly planner that's a really good size, because I've used lots of really good A4 ones before, but I haven't had a bigger one, and this one is really, really big. It's hard to see, but in comparison to the calendar, that's what they look like. This is from Inner Bee, and it is really, really handy. It's a weekly family planner, and you put the date up the top. This top section I only use if I have timed things that I need to do and I'm not going to remember the time, like appointments and things like that. But generally our days are quite structured and they're very similar all the time. But the reason why I love this planner is it has a row here for birthdays and anniversaries for the week. And then it's got a section here that actually says kids, but I cross that out and I put, Dad and Mum and Sophie and Georgia, and that's how I know who's going where. So it's kind of like what I was doing over here, but this is a weekly version. So that's really handy because we know, when Dad's out at work, we know when Mum's got things planned, which is also really handy for when I've got something that's planned that the rest of the family aren't coming to, so they know when I'm going to be out of the house. And the kids, when they have commitments like play dates and sporting activities and things like that, and who they're visiting when, that's how I keep track of that. The next section down here has meals, and that's where I can jot down my meal plan. I have a pretty little meal planner on the inside of my pantry that I love, and that's how I plan out my meals. But once that's done, I also jot them on the family weekly planner so that everybody can see at a glance by walking past the wall what we're having for dinner on which night. Down the bottom is the chores area here, and I find that really handy. You might have seen my weekly cleaning printable a few weeks ago that I use that sets out which room I clean on what day. Basically what I do is also just jot down the rooms down the bottom of this planner so I can see that at a glance too. And I have other jobs too, like changing the beds. That's the day I do the ironing. That's when we do our groceries, and that's when we pay our bills. So lots of little things like that. It also has a column on this side that lists the important things to do, and then the urgent things, and then things that you can delegate. So, for example, I don't do the car stuff in our house, so that's for Ben. Okay. The last thing that I use is my Erin condren diary this year. I'm in love with this diary. I get a new type every year because I like to switch it up, and this is the first year that I've used Erin condren. I'll show you the front. You might have seen that in a blog post before. It is gorgeous to look at. It has lots of little things in it that make it really special, like stickers that you can put on your week to remind you of things like girls' nights, baby showers, or you can write your own. But basically the week by week in here is really good because it splits the day up into 3 sections, so I can plan out my day at a glance, and it's good because I'm not overcommitting things like appointments too close together, because when I write things in this diary, I just kind of use up all that space when I write it and know that that builds in a bit of a buffer for how busy I'm going to be that day. I've got a day off on Sunday. It's a bit of a we're not booking anything in, and that's what that looks like. So that's those things. So that's exactly what I do right now to keep track of everything that's happening in our family's life and to make a note of exactly where everybody is going to be at any time. And it does help a lot. It really helps a lot for me to do it that way. I'd love to know how you organise yourself and your family, so please remember, leave a comment in the box below and I would love to see how you do it. Don't forget, if you like this video and it's helped you out in some way, then share it with friends or family, and remember to subscribe so you get weekly updates. Also, if you want more than just a weekly video, come on over to beautifulyorganised.com and sign up for your free email updates. You'll get a free ebook when you sign up that will make your life a little easier, and you will also see other insights from me and some personal stuff that I don't share on my weekly videos. Before I go today, yes, for everybody who has been asking, you can purchase this year's Christmas planner now. You can have a look at beautifulyorganised.com. In the sidebar there's a little picture that you can click on to go over and take a look at it, or if you want to go directly to the Christmas planner website, it is www.makechristmaseasyplanner.com. It has this year's planner for purchase, and it also has some free printables and some blog posts to go along with it. So even if you're not actually thinking of purchasing a planner this year, but you would like some ideas on how to make Christmas easier, there's also some free stuff over there, so head on over and take a look. So last thing, if you have a question that you want me to answer, send it on through to Marissa@beautifulyorganised.com. I would be happy to take a look for you. Have a great weekend and I will see you next week. Bye!